start with a brief opening statement from the coach. After that, we'll take questions. Just raise your hand and come around.
That was a nice upstate battle right there. They're a very good team at Cornell, rightly so ranked in the top 10. They gave us unbelievable game, and they came back in the end, but I thought our guys played well. It's been a tough couple weeks, and to come back and give them a run for their money, it was solid effort. The one thing I'll tell you is this team will not give up, and they're just going to keep trying to get better. So we'll move forward from this and go down and put our focus on the next one.
You along with all the others are pretty emotional after the game. I guess just what was going through your mind at that point?
It's been a long 4 or 5 years for a lot of us seniors, 6 for BK. Just an emotional game. Coming down the stretch, you only got a couple games left in the Dome for a program that we all grew up, absolutely loving. So it's tough when the ball doesn't bounce your way, and you gotta just keep fighting. And we told the guys to just lean on each other during this time. Pretty unfamiliar for a lot of us, so it's a weird feeling, but just taking in every second you have with your teammates, and everyone in the program is doing their best to do that.
Coach, do you see a silver lining in the loss, just knowing that the way that these guys just left the ball out there, the way that you guys, played on offense, it seemed like it was night and day compared to the last time out against Harvard?
Yeah, it's nice to be back here in the Dome, and I think we tend to be a little more comfortable here. So that I think that helped coming out. And if it was determined on how bad we wanted it, I think we would have won that. But it's by execution, and it's by making plays. And unfortunately, we didn't make the plays in the fourth quarter that we needed to, and they had a better fourth than us and finished the game. So it's certainly not from a lack of effort or wanting it. It's just our execution needs to continue to improve.
I guess for Coach, how encouraging was it to see that fast start that you had, and that start come from a lot of goals from D-Middies, from Jackson, from Mateo, kind of seeing that complementary scoring really shine through for, compared to the past games?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to see those other guys, looking down the stat sheet, we had some transition early. We had other guys scoring, and it was nice to see. So hopefully that'll build their confidence for next week or the end of this week, I guess, and hopefully we can continue to get more out of all the players, not just our kind of go-to guys.
So just to follow up quickly, that last possession out of the Cornell timeout, I guess how are you kind of maybe trying to defend that? Did they do what you expected them to do on that final goal? I guess how did you kind of see that?
Yeah, they just played their offense, and we didn't bump our guy out quick enough, and that's what happens. A step late, and all the credit to them. They made the shot. We certainly had lots of shots in the fourth, and made some, missed some, but when they needed it, they made them. So it was, the tying goal certainly was one. In the last minute to tie up the game, held them down to under 10 seconds in the shot clock, and they found their open guy. They played with great composure, and they made plays. They did a good job.
Along that same thread, Brett, I know it wasn't you on the slide, but what did you see on that? From your perspective, what did you see on that fourth quarter equalizer and then also the overtime goal?
Yeah, I think Grant on the one they tied and played great defense. When we huddled up, we just said probably, working on trusting Grant out there on his man. He did a great job. And then on that last one, we were just, the communication was great on defense tonight. We were just a little half-second slow, and that's going to cost you against a good team like that.
What do you tell, I think it was Nick on the slide, like what do you tell a guy like that who's maybe a little less experienced after a play like that kind of doesn't go his way?
Oh, definitely. I think just, Nick's been playing great for us to just, keep his head up and sort of, learning mistake right there and just, walk him through it and say, hey, like maybe if we take a step back, we can leave Grant a little bit there.
And then, Coach, just for you, how impressed or how happy were you that you saw Brendan and Tucker kind of step up in the big moments going down the stretch in that fourth quarter? You're kind of able to turn to that.
Yeah, they made some plays in that fourth to help get us back in when we gave up. But, it's top to bottom. They did a great job, but we need everybody to make plays, and we got to limit our mistakes. And unfortunately, one too many and cost us the game.
Yeah, for Brett, after the Notre Dame game, you said you guys as a defense was able to recognize some of the 400 offensive sets they were doing, but you said that the problem was kind of with execution. What do you think kind of happened in the second half, and then specifically in the third quarter, where you guys let up? I think it was more execution or just being a step too late?
You know what? I think we were executing. I think sometimes there were just some plays that maybe we were showing a little bit too much help to, or some plays that we weren't showing enough to, or some plays that we went when we didn't have to go. I think we were very well prepared, especially for their stack offense, and I think we did a great job stopping that. I think as the possessions prolonged, I think that's where we got to work on sort of executing right there.
Yeah, what's kind of the key to being able to defend late in the shot clock? What's something that you're maybe keeping the communication up or trying to maintain with your teammates?
Yeah, definitely. I think the communication always has to stay up, and just being alert and sort of looking at what that original set transforms into by then.
Brandon, Cornell kind of stifled you guys a little bit in the third quarter with the zone defense. How'd you go about counteracting that?
Just keep running our offense. Zone's meant to kind of slow the game down, which it certainly did. And I think we started getting our shots late in the fourth quarter when we started to settle in, and Coach March and Coach Gait put in, a couple different looks, which helps. And we just one short.
Jackson, I guess how did it feel to kind of get those two goals early and kind of get to a rhythm that way? And how maybe did that second one unfold from your perspective, where you kind of brought your guy around X and kind of swung in?
I think it was good for our momentum. I think we put in a couple goals early, which was big for us, and being able to get those two was definitely good for our team in terms of momentum and starting to put some goals together.
I guess for Brendan and Jackson, with all the shifting that's kind of gone on in the midfield lines because of the injuries, how has it been for you guys to kind of gel as a unit and kind of get that chemistry going on those two lines?
It's obviously tough when you have injuries and everything, but I think that's a testament to just how close our team is off the field in the locker room. I think it makes it a lot easier when guys are thrown into certain positions, certain situations. Obviously in the season, we got a lot of young guys out there, but I think that's a testament to the seniors, and a lot of our team is closest team I've been on, so I think that helps a lot, especially down the stretch when you guys are being thrown into different situations.
Coach, what's the main message that you told your team after the game?
Is that we still have 3 games, and the only game that we should be focused on is Carolina next weekend, and that as a group we've done a lot of great work, and we got more work to do, and that this team is not going to give up, and they will not. They will work and continue to give it everything they have for every single game. And I know they care so much about the program, and they want to do everything they can to get some W's on the board. So they're not going to quit. We're going to go back to work, and we're going to go take on Carolina.
Thanks, everyone. Cornell's on their way.